welcome to the Horror Next Door. This is our favorite new horror trailers from April 2024. If you like this video, would you kindly subscribe?
Cuckoo. 17-year-old Gretchen reluctantly leaves her American home to live with her father, who has just moved into a resort in the German Alps with his new family. Arriving at their future residence, they are greeted by her father's boss, who takes an inexplicable interest in Gretchen's mute half-sister Alma. Something doesn't seem quite right in this tranquil vacation paradise. Gretchen is plagued by strange noises and bloody visions until she discovers a shocking secret involving her own family.
Cuckoo is written and directed by Tillman Singer, who also directed Luz, never knew how to pronounce that. Cuckoo stars Hunter Schafer, who starred in Euphoria, and Dan Stevens from The Guest. Cuckoo releases this August.
I immediately recognized Hunter from Euphoria, which is actually the only thing that I've ever seen her in, but I am looking forward to seeing her in something else because I do think that that show made it very clear that she is a talented actress. Dan Stevens also seems to pop up in a lot of different things, and most of the time, whatever he's in, at least that I see, he's not a primary role. A lot of people loved The Guest, which I didn't really think much of, but I did think he did a good job in that, and he was pretty creepy. Obviously, he's doing something sinister, shady in this movie, so I look forward to seeing him hopefully taking another turn as a villain type character. I think the title fits what this movie looks like it's going to be. It looks like it's all over the place and crazy, and it's constantly going to be revealing more and more wacky things. I'm not sure how PC or mainstream it's going to be, or if it's really going to go off the rails and become wild and gory. It really could go either way, and the trailer definitely has me intrigued.
So I feel like this trailer is doing a really great job of not showing us too much of what's going on. Just going through this to get screenshots for this video, there are some things that I didn't really see clearly when the trailer plays because it's very quick little shots here and there. There is some creepy stuff going on in this movie. One of the scenes in this trailer that I really do like is when she's riding her bicycle and there's this woman thing running at her, trying to grab her while she's riding her bike. That's creepy as shit because you're riding your bike and there's some weird, creepy person chasing after you. I don't know what's going on. There's a couple other shots of Dan Stevens, I believe, and a couple other guys, and they look like they're in like a laboratory and stuff, and it's kind of mysterious and what's going on. And there's another shot of him pulling a wig out of a closet of other wigs. Like, why do you have all these wigs in a closet, sir? There's another quick sequence of shots where there's a woman in a hotel room of sorts, and the creature that was chasing after the girl on the bicycle in the other sequence comes into the hotel room where this woman is, and it is the creepiest looking thing. What is going on in this movie? I feel like, again, this trailer doesn't show very much, but I really have high hopes that when you finally see this movie in its entirety, there's going to be a lot of freaky shit going on. I can't wait to check it out.
Because we watched a lot of trailers, but we're not very interested at all in the majority of them, I did just want to briefly touch on a couple of things that we watched. It's very likely that many of you have seen trailers for some of the more popular movies that are going to be coming out and think, well, why aren't they talking about these? The series on this channel is for our favorite horror trailers, things that we are actually excited about seeing. Now, obviously in the past, based on misleading trailers, we have been excited about seeing some things that did not turn out to be all that great. Imaginary probably being the most recent example of what a mess that can sometimes turn out to be. So there's a good chance that some of these trailers maybe didn't appeal to us all that much, but the movies themselves may end up being better than we thought. So I want to throw out honorable mention to Nightwatch, Demons Are Forever. I saw Nightwatch starring Ewan McGregor and Nick Nolte when I was much younger, which is kind of disturbing. I had no idea that that was a remake of 1994 Nightwatch. Nightwatch, Demons Are Forever seems to be a follow-up or sequel to the original Nightwatch, which I now would really like to see, having only seen the American version of it. The thing is that when I was watching the trailer, it was so similar to the Ewan McGregor film that's the only way I figured all of this out, was researching, okay, why does this look almost exactly like a movie that I watched in the 90s? And although Nightwatch Demons Are Forever does look interesting, I'm not necessarily excited about it and don't plan on rushing out and prioritizing watching it. We have some more M. Night Shyamalan business happening. I don't know when he's not doing things. He's really churning stuff out at this point. I think both Psycho and I can comfortably and confidently say that we are not fans of his. I really haven't been a huge fan of or enjoyed any of his films since The Sixth Sense. Despite this, and not really being interested in anything Shyamalan does anymore, both Trap, starring Josh Hartnett, and The Watchers, starring Dakota Fanning, popped up. And both of these trailers have aspects that slightly interested each of us. But again, because we're not fans and there were so many aspects to each film that we found irritating, cliche, whatever the case may be, we didn't want to full on discuss them, hence the reason they are not a part of this video.
I would just like to add one thing real quick about the M. Night movie titled Trap. Go look up the trailer and watch it for yourself and come back here and leave me a comment and tell me that they do not just spoil the entire movie right there in the trailer. Because as far as I'm concerned, I don't care what other twists they have saved for the ending of that movie, which I don't even really know what else you could save for the end of that movie. But they give away everything right there in the trailer. As far as I'm concerned, I feel like we've watched the entire movie. Go check it out. Go look it up. Come back here afterwards and tell us what you think.
Obviously, Ty West's MaXXXine is coming out soon. Everybody's excited. Everybody's talking about it. I would just like to personally throw out there that I didn't like X at all. And Pearl was very underwhelming considering all the hype. I can't really get on board with MaXXXine. I love that it's set in the 80s. I had no idea anything related to the Night Stalker was going to be involved. So I guess those two factors are interesting to me. But after watching the trailer, I'm still not excited about the movie. And I'm certainly not going to prioritize watching it.
I am right there with Hellcat on this one. Literally the only thing about the trailer for MaXXXine that got me at all interested in it is just the 80s aesthetic that they have going on, and then the references to the Night Stalker. I don't know if they're actually going to have the Night Stalker in the movie. Like, did they actually cast somebody to play the Night Stalker? Based on what I've seen in the trailer, I feel like it might just be a thing that they have going on in the movie, but it's not focused on. I feel like the movie is focused on MaXXXine. I mean, it's called MaXXXine. It's not like MaXXXine's going to run into the Night Stalker. Now, if MaXXXine does run into the Night Stalker, then shit, that sounds fucking cool. But I can only go by what I see in the trailer, and for that, I'm just not really interested.
One more little thing I want to toss in here is a rant about Speak No Evil. Speak No Evil is a Danish film from 2022, which Psycho and I did already watch and discuss in one of our What We Watched videos. The fact that they are already remaking a film from 2 years ago for American audiences is so frustrating. Probably just needs to be a whole separate video. This is supposed to be our favorite trailers. All I can say is all of the reboots, remakes, prequels, sequels, whatever the heck, it's really getting old. Right now, Hollywood is a mess. They're not willing to take a chance on anything new, creative, or different. They just want to capitalize on things that are already popular, like remaking Train to Busan. I'm going to take a foreign film and make it for American audiences. I think one of the most irritating things about the fact that Speak No Evil is being remade is the fact that the majority of that movie actually already was in English. So if there are American audience members that avoid foreign films because they don't want to read subtitles, okay, cool. Evil. The majority of the original Speak No Evil is in English anyway. In addition, based on this trailer, they're not only remaking Speak No Evil, but they're doing it beat for beat. There are so many of the exact same things from the original film already given away in this trailer. It's also completely overdone, ridiculous, and over-explanatory. I can already tell. So I have no interest in ever watching the new Americanized Speak No Evil. If you haven't seen the original film, I very highly recommend it. It is a very disturbing and frustrating movie, but if you see the trailer for the new 2024 Speak No Evil and it interests you, I honestly, truly, 100% think you should just go watch the 2022 version. I'm sure you can watch it dubbed if you don't want any subtitles. I really just think we need to stop supporting Hollywood churning out all this garbage because they're simply trying to capitalize on existing IP or existing content and making it flashier, newer, shinier, supposedly better, but it's almost always worse. If you keep watching films like this, Hollywood is going to keep making them. Whatever is making money is what the production companies are going to continue to do. We need to show them with low box office and low streaming views and low digital purchases. Don't give movies that don't deserve it your time and attention and money. And hopefully, eventually, we'll get back to some new, different, exciting, creative, original content. Hopefully. As always, thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment letting us know your thoughts on these trailers, all of which will be linked below along with our store and social media pages. Until next time!